I want to share something powerful with you. Something simple, but life-changing. A habit that can completely change how you learn and speak English. That is reading. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Reading? Isn't that boring? But stay with me, because once you understand how reading works, you will see that it's one of the most exciting, fun, and effective ways to learn English. Imagine, you want to speak English without overthinking. You want to understand movies without subtitles, and talk freely without getting stuck or nervous. Reading can help you, because reading isn't just about looking at pages full of words. It's like stepping into a world where English becomes alive, where new words, grammar, and real-life expressions come to you naturally. Every time you read, whether it's a book, an article, or even a comic, you are getting a mini English lesson without even realizing it. Each sentence you read strengthens your vocabulary, improves your grammar, and builds your confidence to speak smoothly. Let's say you are reading about a girl traveling to a new country. As you follow her journey, you are learning how to describe places, talk about feelings, and explain things that are happening around you. You are learning without stress, without memorizing rules. It feels like watching a movie in your head, but in English. And here's the magic: you are learning grammar naturally, just by reading. You are not sitting with a grammar book, trying to remember rules. Instead, you are seeing those rules in action. For example, when you read a sentence like, "He was running quickly," or, "She decided to go to the park," your brain is absorbing grammar patterns without effort. You don't have to study them, because you are experiencing them. And over time, these patterns become so familiar that when you speak, the right words come out on their own. It feels automatic, almost like magic. Reading also builds your vocabulary in deep and powerful way. Every time you read, you come across new words. Words that stick with you, because they are part of a story. Imagine, you are reading a story about jungle. You might come across words like wild, explore, adventure, or mystery. These aren't just dry textbook words. They are words that carry feeling, that paint a picture in your mind. So later, when you speak, you don't just say, "It was fun." You say, "It was an exciting adventure." That sounds more natural and more expressive. Reading fills your mind with rich vocabulary and expressions that help you speak like a native speaker. But there's more. Reading helps you start thinking in English. One of the biggest challenges English learners face is the habit of translating from their native language. It slows you down, and it makes speaking harder. But when you read often, something changes. You begin to think in English directly. Let's say you are reading a simple story about a boy who loves football. As you follow the story, you are not translating every word. You are imagining the scenes in your head. You are understanding the meaning naturally. And just like that, you stop needing to translate. Your brain starts working in English automatically. This is a huge step toward fluency. Reading also improves your listening skills. You might wonder, how can reading help me listen better? Well, when you read regularly, you become familiar with English words, phrases, and sentence flow. So when someone speaks, your brain quickly recognizes what they are saying, because you have seen it before, in print. It's like hearing a song you have read the lyrics to. You understand it better, and you enjoy it more. Reading makes your ears more alert, so when someone speaks English, you catch the meaning faster. Confidence comes from knowing, and when you read, you know more. You build knowledge, you build understanding, and most importantly, you build something to talk about. Imagine, You have read a story about a chef who works in a famous hotel. Now, when someone talks to you about food or restaurants, you can say something interesting. I read about a chef who creates amazing dishes with local ingredients. That's how reading helps you join conversations with real and meaningful things to say. Now, how long should you read? The good news is, you don't need hours. Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. Find a time that fits your day, maybe early in the morning, during a break, or before bed. Start small. Be consistent. Over time, your English will improve naturally, without pressure and stress. Think of reading as a journey. Each page you turn takes you to a new place, teaches you new words, and shows you new ways to express yourself. It's like cooking a great dish. Every new word you learn is an ingredient. Each sentence is a flavor. And the more you read, the better your English tastes. So when you speak, you don't sound plain. You sound natural, expressive, and confident. And the best part is, you learn how English is really spoken. Textbooks might teach you, "Hello, how are you?" But reading stories or comics shows you real-life phrases like, "Hey, what's up?" or "How's everything going?" These are the expressions people use every day. And by reading, you get comfortable with them. So when you speak, you sound like someone who lives in the language, not like someone reading from a textbook. Why start reading today? Because reading is the easiest, most enjoyable way to take your English to the next level. It helps you think in English, speak with confidence, and understand people naturally. Pick something that interests you. A simple story, a blog, a comic, or a news article. If you are just starting, choose beginner-friendly content. It's okay to keep it easy, as long as it keeps you curious. And here's a little trick: every time you see a new word, try to guess its meaning from the sentence. Don't rush to translate, just notice how it's used. For example, if you read, "The sky looked gloomy," you might think, gloomy means dark or not bright. And you would be right. You can even keep a notebook to write down new words. But don't try to memorize everything. Let the words come back to you naturally, through repetition. You can even turn reading into speaking practice. When you find a good sentence, try saying it out loud. Then change it using your own words. For example, you read, "She went to the store because she needed milk." Now try, "He went to the library because he needed a book." This builds fluency and helps you speak smoothly without thinking too much. You don't have to stick with one type of reading. Mix it up. Read stories, articles and blogs, comics and magazines. Choose your favorite topic like food, sports, or technology. Reading doesn't have to be serious. It can be fun, surprising, and creative. Most learners fear speaking English because they feel unsure. They are afraid of mistakes. But reading gives you the rhythm of English. It teaches you how people talk in real life. Soon, you will find yourself using the same phrases naturally and without effort. Try this simple challenge. Choose a short paragraph and read it aloud. Do it a few times until the flow feels easy. Then try saying it without looking. You will notice something powerful. You are not just reading anymore. You are speaking. You are owning the words. And don't stop at books. Read everything: labels, signs and instructions. Check recipes in English. Read online reviews or health tips. These little reading moments add up. Bit by bit, they make English part of your daily life. Every time you read, you absorb new ways to express yourself. And slowly, you build your own English voice. A style that feels like you. Maybe you love humor. or emotion, or facts. Whatever you enjoy, it shapes how you speak. Reading also gives you ideas. It makes your thoughts deeper, your words stronger. You learn about the world, and you grow as a person. So, what's the final message? Reading is not just an activity. It's your secret pathway to English fluency. It's your private teacher, your vocabulary coach, and your grammar helper. And the best part is, it's easy, it's enjoyable, and it's always with you. So grab a book, a story, or even a blog post. And start reading, because every word brings you one step closer to the confident English speaker. Now you understand how powerful reading can be for learning English. I want to share a special story with you. This story is written in simple English, just for learners like you. It will not only help you improve your reading skills, it will also inspire you to keep going on your English journey. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this short reading story. In a quiet village near the edge of the rainforest, there lived a boy named Leo. He was 17 years old and loved nature. Every morning, he would walk to the edge of the jungle, with his notebook and write about the birds, the trees, and the river. But Leo had a secret dream. He wanted to become a wildlife photographer and travel to different countries. He followed many photographers online, and saw their posts, all in English. He wanted to write like them, speak like them, and share his jungle stories with the world. But his English was not strong. One day, Leo found a small library near the school. Inside, there were a few English books, which are old, dusty, and forgotten. He picked up one called Wild Trails, The Secret Life of the Jungle. The first line was, "Deep in the forest, silence speaks louder than words." Leo smiled. He understood the sentence. Slowly, he started reading. At first, it was difficult. He stopped many times. He looked up words. He reread sentences. But he didn't give up. He made it a habit to read, one page every day, sitting by the river under the big mango tree. As he read more, something changed inside him. He began to hear the words in his mind. He could feel the rhythm of the sentences. He even started writing in English, in his own notebook. One afternoon, as Leo read a chapter about a tiger's journey, he saw this sentence. "The jungle is not dangerous. It is only misunderstood." It made him think. Maybe people thought he was not smart, because he couldn't speak English. But maybe, like the jungle, he was just misunderstood. Days passed. Weeks passed. Leo's notebook was now full of English sentences, jungle notes, and short paragraphs. He wrote things like, "This morning, I saw a family of monkeys near the riverbank. The birds were singing before the rain, a soft, sweet sound like music. I feel peaceful here. I want to share this beauty with others." One day, a traveler from Germany visited the village. He was lost and asked for help. Leo was nervous, but he remembered something he read. "Be brave with your words. Even a whisper can open a door." He smiled and said slowly, "Hello, can I help you?" The traveler was surprised and happy. They talked, not perfectly, but it worked. Leo explained the way to the river, and even told him where to find birds. That evening, for the first time, Leo believed in himself. He wrote a letter that night, in English. It was short, simple, but from the heart. "Dear reader, today I helped a traveler. I spoke in English. It felt good. I read one page every day. Slowly, English is becoming my friend. If you are reading this, don't give up. You are learning too. We are learning together. One word at a time. One page at a time." Reading gave Leo something he never had before, that is voice. Not just in his language, but in the world's language. He didn't become fluent in 1 week. He didn't use big words. But he found confidence, curiosity, and hope. And sometimes, that's more powerful than perfect grammar. So now, as you finish this video, ask yourself, could you read one page today? Could you take a notebook and write one sentence in English? Just like Leo, your English journey starts with one book, one page, one brave moment. Keep reading, keep growing. Your voice matters, and the world is waiting to hear it.